The assassination of Charlie Kirk has left a mark on all of us. One of the questions I've had to ask over the last week was, why did his death hit me so hard? And I know that it wasn't just me. There was millions of people affected by Charlie Kirk's assassination who'd never met the man. And I think the answer goes something like this. Charlie Kirk represented our values. And because us as normal, everyday working Americans who don't have the platform Charlie had, he was able to share those values with other people like he was us. He was in a way a stand-in for our own speech. And when they killed him, in a way they killed part of us. They killed our values. They murdered the things that we hold most dear. And I think that's a part of why we have felt so disgusted and so hurt by the murder of Charlie Kirk. And we find ourselves searching for meaning, searching for why did this happen, searching for what do we do next. And I've spent the last week thinking about that. And it seems pretty clear to me, actually, once I got out of my own way and realized that the answers were right there in front of us the whole time. Jesus clearly tells us, and he tells us over and over, that as Christians, we are going to be persecuted. They are going to hate us and kill us because of him. And this is clear. When we can't find answers in this world for reasons why people do things, it leads us to believe and to trust that the Word of God is the truth. Why? Because Jesus so plainly and clearly said this. And oftentimes we look for answers here in the world and we can't find them. And it makes sense that when we go back to the Bible, we find them very easily. We also wonder if this is our fate, if this is a fate of a Christian, what do we do next? Well, Jesus is also very clear about that. We must love one another. We must love our enemies. And if you think about it, many of us were angry after they killed Charlie Kirk. Many of us had this rage in us, a flesh desire to retaliate. But we would be no better than they if we did that. So what does Jesus tell us to do? To love our enemy. So that's what we must do, as hard as it might sound. What we've seen over the last week in people coming back to church, in the outpouring of support for Charlie Kirk, is nothing short of a miracle. Charlie Kirk had touched so many people, and we see churches full, overflowing. We see all kinds of outpouring for him from people that we never would have expected. But we still see a lot of hatred on the other side. And here's my assessment about the difference between the two. As Christians, we are far from perfect. We live in this world that is a very sinful world, and we are pulled in many directions. But one of the directions that we're pulled in is in the direction of Jesus. He is our light. He is our compass. He allows us to right the ship when we get off course. And the people who don't have that in their life, the people who are, in a way, treading water in the middle of the ocean, who cannot see land, who don't know what direction to go, who only rely on their own, let's say, instinct or other people to guide them, will be forever lost. And that's when you get hate and anger and violence, because they don't know where to go. It's a desperation call. But Christians, we're different. We can constantly recalibrate on scriptures. And when we don't know the answer, which is many, many times, we can refer to the scriptures and it will tell us. And that's what we're doing here, and that's what we're seeing across the world. It gives me hope that Charlie Kirk's death was not in vain, but will be used for good, to maybe bring more and more people to Christ. And that's a good thing, because we're all lost. It's just, how do we recalibrate back to the place to where we can make the best decisions and make the best of our lives and to try to be some productive part of society? And how do we not wither in our own deceit and deception like so many of these young people have done on these college campuses? In the end, the way I see it is, it's not about left or right. It's not even really about America. This is about our souls and eternity. And also, here in the flesh, making a better place for our children. I don't find that there's any more important thing in my physical life than that. So my hope is that as we go forward and we move on beyond Charlie's death, that we make it a positive move, a move in the right direction, a move towards Jesus, and away from the devil, away from the darkness that we see permeating a lot of dark places in our society, but especially college campuses. And lastly, I want to say that from all of us here at Grayboe, thanks for listening. I don't know what comes next. I don't know what our content going forward looks like. I don't know how we can make a difference exactly. But what I do know is that we're going to do the best we can to not let Charlie's death go in vain, but to move it forward so that more and more people can know Jesus, can understand true conservative values, so that our country can heal again, because our country is broken. So thank you for listening. God bless you. And we'll see you soon.